Excellent connection. Oh, shit. What is up, everybody? Starting a little bit early tonight, mainly because I hit the wrong button. I meant to turn off the auto start feature, but yeah, completely did not do that. So anyway, no big deal. What's going on? Hope you guys are doing well tonight. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me for a little while. Should be a fun night. We've got my wife is going to come down in a little bit. She'll chat. And then here in just a little bit, I'll bring on William D as well, and we will chat, have a conversation, hang out. Should be good. We'll probably talk about the race some. He's a funny guy, so I think you guys will enjoy that too. So sorry about my, I guess, being too punctual. No, starting early. Anyway, no big deals. But so today's been busy. We've been packing, getting all the kids. We got 4 kids, and we've got the race this weekend. So with 4 kids, we've got to split them up into different houses for the people to watch, essentially. So my mom is going to take the 2 boys. They're going to go over there with my mom and dad. So we got to pack all them up, or I should say my wife's been busy packing them up. And then for my 2 daughters, they're going over to a friend's of ours house very last minute because her mom was supposed to watch the kids, but unfortunately she's been sick, so she's not feeling too great. So she's not been able to come over and watch the kids. Hope she gets feeling better. But a friend graciously offered to watch the kids, which is amazing. So the 2 girls are going to go over to their house and have fun, hopefully. So she's been busy packing all day, and I've been working and filming a video as well. I got one that's going to publish tomorrow morning, but should be good. It's just been a busy day. Yeah. So let's see here. Let me change this up for a second. And there's Rato. What's going on, Rato? Welcome to the live stream. Glad you could make it tonight. And there's William D hanging out, waiting for his call to come on Skype with us. And we've got Labe from Indiana. What's going on, Labe? For some reason, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the little comment box that pops up there, one of the colors in the background in the picture sometimes doesn't show up. Like if you look at Rato's, for some reason that's supposed to be black, but it does not show up. I think it's having to do with the way this is sourced over. So sorry about that, Rato, and anybody with black. I know my picture also has some colors that don't show up, but oh well. Adrian and Nico, what's going on, y'all? We are doing well, thank you. I'll be in here and out. Looking forward to hearing some good stories. Yeah, hopefully we have some good stories. I think it'll be a fun night. It should be a good conversation, I imagine. But let's see, trying to get this caught up with this delay here. So, video tomorrow. I posted a little behind the scenes screenshot in my community tab, which I have available now, which is awesome. After 1,000 subscribers, the channel now has the community tab, so you guys can go in there and comment on things. I don't know if you can go make posts or not, or just comment on a post that I make. I don't know. I got to learn all that. But I did do a little welcome post, and then the post of the behind the scenes picture. That was in my kitchen. Excuse me. And I was filming the video for tomorrow, which is on making a plant-based energy gel. So I had done one, gosh, probably back in August or September, and I just wasn't happy with it, frankly. You know, now that I look back at it, it's interesting how that works. I'm sure you guys, other creators out there and people the longer you do something, hopefully the better you get at it. And you kind of look at your prior stuff and maybe think, I could do that a lot better. And that was one of those videos. It just wasn't very good, honestly. So I wanted to redo it. So I did, and I got the recipe, the nutrition info in there tomorrow, and I'm going to share that in one of the groups on vert.run. There's a nutritionist in there that was curious what people do, and I mentioned that, I make my own gel, so he was curious about my recipe and what all's in it. So that'll be posted tomorrow, 8 a.m. So be sure to check that out. It is a plant-based energy gel. It can be made vegan, or you can throw other things in there too if you want. But if you ever use Spring Energy, it tastes a lot like a Spring Energy gel. In fact, it really tastes like a smoothie. I let my kids have the leftovers because I filled up my 3 flasks that I have, but there were still leftovers. So the kids tried some of it and they loved it. They thought it was a smoothie, but a very salty smoothie. So I only let them have a little bit because it was very salty. But anyway, check that out tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And there's Platts. What is going on? Platts has been putting in the work on Strava. I don't know if you guys follow him there or not, but man, he's been putting in the miles and running fast. Good work, man. Rado says no worries. Yeah, it's about the part of his logo not showing up all the way, but no worries. Like he said, we'll get it figured out eventually. Let's see here. So with the race this weekend, I want to do a video every day. I'm going to be gone Friday afternoon, Saturday, and we'll be back late Sunday. I don't have a laptop that I edit my videos on. I actually have a desktop computer that I built. So with that said, I kind of have to have some videos in the pipeline for production. So Saturday's video is going to be one I record tomorrow. That'll be published. But then Sunday's video is going to be the Pareto PR1 insoles that I got in the mail the other day. So if you're curious about those, definitely check that video out. It's I think it's pretty good video, but the product is neat and some good insights on that. So be sure to check it out if you're curious about those. There is a coupon code for those in the description of that video that you can use to get, I think, $5 off. And they're really not that expensive anyway, but they're a pretty cool product. So check it out. Hopefully you guys will like that Sunday. And then depending on what time we get back Sunday, it might just be a real quick video for Monday, but then hopefully Tuesday at least I'll have the race video out. Because I do plan to record kind of this whole weekend into one weekend race video type thing. We'll see. It should be. Hopefully it'll turn out to something good. But time will tell. We shall see. Let's see. All right. So I don't want to talk too much about the race yet. I want to wait until I call William in, or maybe my wife comes down. So we'll do that here in a few minutes. But I've been following some of Rato's videos that he's been posting. Which Rato, your videos have come quite a way, man. If you like a lot of in-depth data and deep dives on I don't know, just on runs. If you want to look at the nitty gritty, or if you might have a stride pod, check out Rato's Strong with Rato's channel, Run Free and Strong. He's got a lot of good info in there about using a pod and just looking at the data. So I think you guys might like that. And Platt says, thank you. Just trying to do a build up to give me more confidence to sign up for my first ultra. Man, with the type of miles you've been putting in and the paces you're running, you've got no problem doing a 50K. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, you might not be able to go run a 50K at a 7-minute mile, but not many people can, including me. But you can go knock out a pretty stellar 50K. I darn near guarantee it with the miles you've been putting in. He's been putting in 60, 70 mile weeks and just a lot of pace, fast. So yeah, you got no problem there, man. Just sign up for one. That way you'll have the motivation to go out and train harder and do it. And I'll do a little self-plug here. If you want to do your first ultra, come to the slightly less monotonous 6 or 12 hour that we're putting on in June. You can do a 6-hour or a 12-hour race. The 12-hour finishers are going to have a special award. I'm sorry, not 12, the 50 mile. If you do 50 miles in 12 hours, you'll get a special custom award. But everybody's going to get a really neat medal. We're trying something very unique with this. I don't want to give it away yet because we're still trying to make sure we can do it. But it's something that if we can get it done for the medals, I don't think it's ever been done before. Let me just say that. So it should be pretty unique and memorable. At least I think so, Let's see, this chat window has not refreshed for me to put it on the screen, but it looks like Jim Jameson says that he's used a Stride Pod for about a month, and it's a great tool. Awesome. That's great to hear. I've heard nothing but good things about Stride. Just if you want running power and maybe ground contact times divided up, I forget what the actual metric is called, but where it's each side of your foot, essentially, how long you're in contact with the ground. There's really no better way than the Stride Pod to do it. Coros, they have running power now built into their watches. The Polar Grit X does as well. They're a little bit different. I don't know how that can be as accurate as a foot pod. I think the foot pod is still going to be the best way to get the most accurate running power as a metric, or some other data out there. Sure, you can get a pretty good estimate through a watch, but it's not going to be as accurate as a pod on your foot. At least I don't think so. I know Reto, I think he's actually done a comparison, I believe, between some of those. I'm not certain. He may have. We'll have to check with him. So my wife is getting the kids to bed, and then she's going to come down. I tried to help get the kids to bed as much as I could before I had to come down here and get everything ready, but it takes a few minutes to get all this ready. You got to get all these different windows open on these screens here, and this is only my third or fourth live stream. I don't know, so I'm still kind of trying to learn the ropes. So thanks for bearing with me on that. There's Jim Jameson's comment. He's been working with it. Reto says, you can pace Jim Walmsley at his 100K world record attempt. That's right. Oh, I'm so excited for that. Thanks for bringing that up, Reto. That's going to be exciting. He's doing a 100-kilometer world record attempt. The current world record is 6 hours, 9 minutes, and I think 14 seconds. And if Jim is able to maintain the same pace that he did for his 50-mile world record attempt, which was a 5:43, he would do it. That'd be like a 6-hour flat time, I think, which would just, I can't even fathom that speed. I mean, sure, I can go out and run a 5:43 for 1 mile, maybe 2 if I completely die and pass out afterwards, but that's 62 miles. I mean, just let that sink in. 62 miles at a 5:43, or even if he's slower than that at a 5:50, that's just mind-boggling. I can't believe that. There's going to be a number of runners there. Camille Herron, like I know Reto had mentioned before. Also, I think, what is the guy's name? Hayden Hawks. I think Jared Hazen might actually be doing some of it too. There's going to be a number of Hoka athletes there making an attempt, and maybe other shoe brands as well. I just know Hoka. So if you're around Saturday, this Saturday the 23rd, I'm sure if you look on Instagram, Twitter, you'll probably get some updates, maybe just on Facebook as well. So I'll be looking for updates during my race as well. When I come in from to my aid station, I'll be definitely trying to get an update. Reto says to Jim, awesome about the Stride Pods. How'd you like it using to improve my running form? Yeah, well, speaking of running form, those Pareto insoles, I've got the video coming out on Sunday, I think is a neat way that runners can improve running form potentially for pretty cheap. So definitely check that out Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Got to get those plugs in there when I can. Let's see here. So something else that I've been trying to work on, and I know some of you guys out there as well have been toying with the idea, other YouTubers out there that is, are these YouTube shorts. So let me know if you guys have had any success with those. I'm curious if you've used them on your channels at all, if you've driven any more traffic to your channel, any more watch hours, views, subscribes, all that stuff. I'm curious. I've done a couple of them and I'm nothing great out of them yet. I'll probably do a couple more and just see if they can generate some traffic. From what I understand with YouTube Shorts, the goal behind those is to get people to your site or to your main channel to then view your other videos. So it needs to be something engaging and or humorous, because those ones tend to do the best on there. I think are really funny shorts or really like crazy stupid activities. So maybe I could do a little short of my jumping in the pond. That might work. Let's see. All right, here now my chat window is finally caught up. Reto says, Steven, yes, compared the Garmin Phoenix 5 plus Stride and just got a 945. Oh, you got the 945. Awesome. Several of my friends have the 945. They like it a lot. I think I'm actually going to borrow one of theirs to do a review on it, borrow it for a couple weeks and then do a review on it as well. So that might be coming out in the next month or so. We shall see. But I've heard nothing but good things about the 945. I know the maps on that are pretty good. I think you should, yeah, you'll probably like that a lot. Platt says he could pace Jim Walmsley for his first 5K. Well, that'd be impressive. I mean, I certainly can't run a 5K at a sub 6-minute pace, not yet. So that alone is a impressive feat there, man. Hoka is live streaming on their page. Oh, awesome. Well, there you go, everybody. So the 100-kilometer world record attempt is going to be live streamed on the Hoka, I guess, their main website. I don't even know what time that event starts. I would assume it's probably going to be 7 to 8 a.m. wherever the event is, but we'll need to check on that because I'm curious too. And Jim, about the Stride Pod. It's great. Reassuring to see objective numbers I know I can maintain. Absolutely. I agree. Just having that data to look at and know, all right, if I keep this, and yeah, it's very helpful to have data. I know for me personally, sometimes I can get lost in the data a little bit and want to dive in it so much that I focus on it a little too much. But having a lot of data is good to analyze. There's different people out there that love data, and some people don't want to watch it all, or they might just wear a $9 watch from Walmart or a Timex, To each their own, though. Let's see here. All right, well, there is Kelly Benedetti coming in. What's up, Kelly? I hope work was good for you. You must be off now. And, Kiara Hargrove as well. What's going on, Kiara? Welcome to the live stream. Glad to have you ladies with us. My wife should be joining us shortly, so there'll be another lady here in just a couple of moments, I believe. Trying to think if there's any other cool ultra running news that's been out there other than that 100K attempt. I don't know. This isn't ultra running, but I think probably most of you, if you like running, you probably follow Seth James DeMoore. I don't know if you guys saw his half marathon that he did. His time was quite impressive, but what I was really impressed with was Parker Stinson. His half marathon time was just a 103 something. He just took off from the field and left some Olympic qualifiers out there. Like, that guy is insane. So lots of fast runners out there to watch. It's pretty neat. There's Kelly. Hey, y'all. Kiara saying hi as well. What's going on? Kiara's got some pretty cool skateboard moves, I got to say. That's pretty impressive. Back when I was like, I don't know, 16, 17 years old, I had some friends that were into skateboarding, and I tried it a couple times, and I could, stand on the skateboard okay, and maybe do I don't even remember the terms now, an ollie, I guess is the word. I don't know. I'm making myself look bad, but the stuff she does is pretty awesome. Good to see all the people communicating back and forth, chatting with each other. That's awesome. I like to see the good community. Let's see. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and try to connect with William. He's out there, I know, so let me go ahead and try to dial him up and start this meeting so I can get it turned over to the live stream so you guys can see it. We'll see. I got to wait for him to connect. But anyway, while he hopefully connects, here he comes. Let's see. All right, let me swap over. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I've got William. Let me get it set up. You guys probably can't see his screen. Oh, you can. Awesome. All right, he is up, and you guys can see him now. What's going on, William? Can you hear me, William?
Hold on. You there?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I had to mute the YouTube live stream, so it just took me a second to get set up.
Yeah,
I'm a little disappointed though. I was told this was the Adventure Jogger and Ryan Pluckerman was going to be here. This I feel kind of gypped.
Hold on, let me do my best Adventure Jogger Ryan Pluckerman impersonation.
Nice.
So sorry if you guys don't know, check out the Adventure Jogger. It is a really good podcast. He has some really cool guests on there. I was on it once, but I'm not talking about myself. He has like some legit, Carl Meltzer, what's the guy, Zach Miller. I mean, he's got some awesome people on that.
He's had some great people on there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a great podcast because it's funny.
Yeah,
it's serious and funny. They do like
Oh yeah, the White Claw Mile and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. So I'll tell you a little bit about William and how I met William. Kind of funny, I guess, but so back in, it was 2017, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so 2017, we both joined a Facebook group randomly, or at least for me it was random. It was the
Same.
Runner's World Run Streak, the Thanksgiving to New Year's Day run streak. It was like 40 days.
40 days. Yep.
And it was just 1 mile a day. And so I did it, met William in the group, met a whole bunch of other cool people. And then eventually, after being in this run group for a while, we were doing a Ragnar race, and I put in the group, looking for people, and William replied that he was wanting to go. And that was, which one was the first one? I think it was at the Ragnar, Tennessee?
Yeah, it was, no, Kentuckiana.
Kentuckiana was the first one.
Yeah, that's when we did.
Ah, okay. So Kentuckiana, the trail race.
Yep. Yeah, you guys did the bourbon one. I didn't go on that one.
Right.
That was in the spring or whatever.
My wife is here now, so I think she'll have to scoot in because this window's a little bit smaller with the live stream. But yeah, so then William's done the Kentuckiana with us twice now.
No, just once. We did the general.
Yeah, the General 100, then the Bourbon Chase, right?
Nope.
Right, Tennessee. You did another Ragnar.
No, we only did the one Ragnar because we got screwed last year.
You don't hear anything? Oh, hold on, my wife's not gonna be able to hear anything yet. Let me see if I can get her to. I bought this new little device to try to split this headphone piece so she could hear something.
Right.
Can you hear it?
Talk louder, William.
We're not louder.
I wasn't talking.
I know. That's why you need to talk louder.
But you can hear now, right?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. So anyway, yeah. So we, we're random strangers basically. We met on a Facebook group, and then now we run a lot, or a fair amount together.
It's still one of the weirdest things I tell friends about, that don't run, and how I drove up to Tennessee, and Steven lives in the middle of nowhere. You're driving down the road. There's nothing there really, right? Other than farms, and I'm pulling in going, I'm going to get axe murdered. I know it. And I was just waiting for it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you've come up to our house now twice for events. Is that right?
yeah.
The Monotonous and then the backyard relay.
Yeah. The backyard. And then whatever we did, what did we call this fall?
That was the backyard. That was the backyard thing.
No,
Oh yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. We did the Monotonous in the backyard. And then I was up there the one time when we stopped in to go to the Kentuckiana.
Oh, right. Yep. So yeah, then we've met lots of other good or cool people just through complete, Facebook groups, strangers where you go meet in a van and drive around, for 12 hours together, and you'll learn about somebody pretty quickly that way.
We picked up brain fart.
You're talking about Melissa?
Melissa, yeah, she flew across the country.
Yeah, we met another runner who flew across the country to run. That was Ragnar, Tennessee, with my wife and I and some other friends. She was from Seattle, and she flew across the country and come meet people at an airport that she's never met before to go spend 2 days with them. So,
Carbonix.
Yeah. All right, let's catch up with some comments here real quick. So there's a couple coming through right now. Let's see. All right, Adrian and Nico says, I'm sure I've talked about it. What is my PR for the 5K? I'm assuming it means 5K, 10K, and 21. Is that I guess, half marathon? Yeah. You have to forgive me. I'm an American. That we know. My 5K PR, my road PR on a 5K is a 20-minute and 10-second, I think. On the treadmill, I did one in 18:58. And then my 10K was
43:19. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, 43:19 was my 10K, but I did one faster on the treadmill too. I think like a 42, and a half marathon was on the road was I'm looking at my board back there. On the road was a 138, but on the treadmill I did a 133. Was treadmill. So I know that's a difference, but coming up sometime this year, I do want to do some time trials. Maybe do a 1 mile, a 5K, just kind of see if this old dog can still run, fast. But
old, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you tell him
what
we figured out last night?
Oh no, I didn't tell him yet.
Should I?
Well, you gotta say it now. You brought it up.
Say it now. So we discovered that you were actually old enough to be our father.
Maybe if you started really young.
I knew that already, but thanks. Appreciate you guys pointing out.
Point that out.
But with the haircut, you can't tell. I mean, you got the,
Yeah, I got the haircut today. I got trimmed up.
I
compared
see
to
that.
last night,
And you got the side kind of going like Val, so you guys are almost twinsies,
Yeah, well, I usually had the head shaved up pretty good. Just I went since beginning of November. I didn't shave or trim the beard or get the
Yeah.
haircut. It was
So
getting
that's
pretty
like
wild.
10 seconds off your mile time.
I'm sure. I ran 1 mile today to
I
keep
saw
the streak
that.
alive, and I literally ran a 10-minute mile. And you know how slow that is? I mean, I couldn't. I was creeping.
So William says the Project Carbon X starts at 7 Mountain Standard Time. So that's going to be 8 for us, 9 Eastern Time for you guys. So Saturday, I don't know if you guys can. Sorry, hopefully you can't hear. Our daughter is
Not asleep.
coming through the baby monitor. She's not asleep, so let me turn that down. Let's see. Kelly says, "Yep, he looks like the wise SS I imagined." The wise S I imagined. Yeah, exactly. Yep. People already got your. They know about you, William. They know.
That's me.
You know.
Yeah, I was told I couldn't swear today either, though. So
Yeah, you got to keep it somewhat family. But Kelly says, "Hi, hot wife. Hope you're feeling better."
Hi, Kelly. I'm doing good. Thank you.
Yeah, the antibiotics she had, I guess, for the viral. What was it anyway? Was it
I
sinus infection?
assume it was a sinus infection. The COVID was negative, so
you're just making excuses so you don't have to run fast this weekend.
I'm gonna run faster than you, so we'll be fine.
You're 20 years younger than me. I hope so.
Yeah, I know, right? If she doesn't, especially with those,
Okay.
she's got a pair of. Well, I guess let me back up. There's a shoe store here in our little town that I don't know how they get their shoes, but they get shoes that are either like maybe slightly, I don't know, something's wrong from production, like you can't really tell, and they sell them at a really discounted price. So she got a pair of the Carbon X shoes, like the original, not the X2s, but the Carbon X's for $20 or $22. That's $170, $180 shoe. But she ran in them today on the treadmill for the first time just to see what they were like, because she thought about taking them to the race this weekend, and she said they were amazing. Like, it just felt like she was on springboards that were like pushing her forward. So I'm jealous. I want to get a pair, but I don't know if I want to go spend the full price for those things. They are crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of money on shoes because I do stupid things, but I'm not gonna spend that kind of money.
No, I know, right?
I bought those Ultras, the Olympus 4s, and they were $145, and I thought that was a lot of money.
I know that's about my upper limit on shoes, about 140. Like, I don't think I've ever spent anything more than 145 on a pair of shoes. I'd really like to try the Hoka EVO Speed Goats, but those are like 160, 165 bucks, and that's just, I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be that much difference between the regular Speed Goat, which is still 140 bucks, versus those. I'm not that good.
What you do is you set yourself, when you get to a certain subscriber level, you splurge.
Oh, there we go. Maybe that could be my 2,500 subscriber splurge on a pair of shoes. Some expensive shoes. But so anyway, we've got this Snowbird Challenge 50K this weekend, and it's a race. It's a race that we actually learned about from William. He found it and shared it in our little Facebook group that we have. I think it was you that did that. It's like the day that this race goes on sale, they do like $15 registration, which was ridiculous for a 50K. I mean, that's cheap for any race. But so yeah, we all signed up and got a house together down in Seneca, South Carolina. And so we're all leaving tomorrow, going to go have fun. I think you're bringing your one son with you, right?
Yeah, Owen's coming along, so we'll see how he does.
Yeah, let's see if he goes out cross country fast or if he can maintain.
I've tried to explain to him it's different, but we'll see.
His son is fast. Like, he can, what's his 5K PR? Isn't it like a 15 something?
No, he's not that fast. He's 17, something like right at 17. So
17, so slow. No,
I didn't say it was slow, but he's not. 15's real fast
50,
for a high schooler. So
yeah,
but yeah, he's a quick little guy, or
Yeah.
big guy now. His brother's not too slow either.
Yeah, that's right. I've seen you posting pictures and things about it. He's quick.
He will be faster. Cole, he's a freshman this year. He'll be faster than Owen when it's all said and done.
Really?
Yeah, he's got more. Yeah, I think so.
Don't
He's
let
also
Owen.
got a target. He's got a target to shoot for, right? Owen never really had a target. It was just him against his time. There's a big X on the back of Owen, and
Yeah.
Cole wants it.
So is Owen gonna watch this and be like, "Dad doesn't believe in me"? No.
No, I just said he's done running his 5Ks. His brother's got 3 years. Well, yeah, 3 more years to go catch him. That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
So
But the Snowbird, for sort of, I know I've talked a little bit about it, but for everybody that might be new, so the way that this race works, it's a 2.62 mile course, and I think each loop is about, I think 173, 175 feet of elevation gain supposedly. But you run one loop every 45 minutes. So if you come in at 40 minutes, you've got 5 minutes to wait until the next loop starts. You cannot start early. You have to start on time. If you don't finish a loop in 45 minutes, you're out, essentially. But it's a 50K, so there's 12 loops, and they take your combined total time for each loop, and that's how they determine placing. So if you run faster, yeah, you'll do better, but it's not really going to, you'll still finish the race if you do it in 44 minutes or 44:59. It doesn't matter. But
well, that's the question too. Do you want to run fast and try to get done early and rest up, or do you want to just finish and kind of head back out because your legs are going to be stiffening up? Me personally, I'll be going real slow.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many different strategies with this. I mean, it's very similar to the LC Enduro that I did in February, because that was a 2.6 mile loop,
Yep.
and it was every 40 minutes. And on that one, I came in. That was trail though, with like 500 feet of elevation gain per loop, so it was much different. But on that one, I was coming in at 30 to 32 minutes per loop, essentially.
I was like, this one's different though, because your cumulative time
Yeah.
is your placement.
Well, that's what I was
That
saying.
one
It's like totally different strategy, because in that race, I wanted to go slower to not use up too much energy, because that was a last man standing event that could have gone for days. This is a race where you want to go fast if you want to do well. So yeah, it's like, I think my strategy going into it is, we also don't know the course. We've not done it. We know that it's partially or mostly paved, and there is supposedly a single track trail on it. From what I've seen or heard, it sounds like it's kind of hard packed clay. So we should still be able to go pretty quick on it. And I'm kind of personally thinking I'm going to start out in road shoes to see how it feels. And then if I need to switch to trail shoes, I'll do that. But I think my strategy going into it is the first loop, start road shoes, and then I'm gonna go out pretty quick. If it's a flat or if it's a paved section, I'm gonna run it fast. The trail, I'll run fast but cautious. I'll see if it's slippery, if there's roots, or if it's sandy, and just I want to try to do it at depending on the elevation. I'd like to try and do it at like an 8:30 to a 9 pace average for the whole event. So I don't know. We'll see.
I'm going for 44 and a half minutes per loop. So,
so are you carrying water with you then, or what's your plan?
No, I'm not carrying any water. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a 2.5 mile loop. I'm gonna, there's no reason to.
Yeah.
So, and I'm kidding when I say 44. I can walk that. I'm pretty sure.
I know.
But I'm not going out fast. I don't run the big miles. I just can't. I still got some of my abdomen issues going on. So, I figure by the end I'll be run walking the last lap. So the first laps I'm gonna try to get some decent times, but not kill myself. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good strategy too, because you don't want to go out and burn out in the first loop, and then or 3, 4, 5, 6 loops into it, because you got 12 to do. I'm not going to carry any water. I'm planning to, if I get back in 24 minutes, I'll have plenty of time to chug some tailwind and water. And
there's a lot of time. I mean, even if one lap you come in a little later or whatever, just because for whatever reason, I mean, I figure I can still grab some water and go back out. It's still only 5 miles, right? If you back 2 back-to-backers, almost.
Exactly. It's still not that far. Yeah. So what about you? What's your strategy?
If there's no one, if it looks like there's no one that's super fast and that I could potentially do well, I'll probably try harder. If it looks like I'm going to be terrible, then I'm just going to have fun and just talk to everybody. So
if you want to hang out in the back of the pack, let me know.
So yeah, like I did my 50K. I think it was like,
we need to look that up. I
did look it up, but it was like 10:30s was my average, but that was hardcore trail. I mean, not hardcore, but like steps.
It was all trail.
It was all trail. So
I think you did it in like a 6:40, 6:30, something like that. I can't remember now.
I could put, if it's like road-ish, then I could probably maintain like 9-minute miles or so throughout the whole thing. Well, I know, if I don't seize up.
Well, I know Wayne said it. I mean, when he ran, because he ran that this, what do they call the summer one?
The Carolina Reaper.
Yeah,
He was doing 7s.
Yeah, well, and it's the same course though. I mean, well, this one's slightly different now, right?
They added the trails.
Right.
The Carolina Reaper is all paved.
Right. So it's going to be pretty quick, I think, though.
I think so too.
So
I'm honestly hoping to be more in like the average in like an 8,
Yeah.
maybe even a 7:30. But we'll see. It's gonna be, the weather's gonna be perfect. It's supposed to be like 36 at the start, and then get up to like maybe 53.
Yep.
And like no humidity, no wind either, from what I could see looking so far.
Right.
So I mean, it really couldn't ask for better weather to run in.
Yeah.
I'm so fresh. So fresh.
Meaning she hasn't run much lately.
Yeah. Well, let's see how fresh she is after like 9 laps or 9 loops, and she hasn't ran very much at all.
I know, right?
I got big goals.
Yeah.
Should I look up in Strava right now and see how many miles you got in this month?
This month?
It's
Oh,
low.
God.
I looked the other day.
Yeah, I got called out a couple times.
Yeah. Lee and her have a Lee. You guys know from several of my videos. He's been going with me on long runs. Long run Lee. But they've been having a little battle back and forth about miles. But Lee's been killing it. He's been putting in the miles. He's been putting in some good
I'm playing
work,
the long game though. I beat him last year in mileage, so
Yeah.
I'm just playing the long game.
He's fast. So
Yeah, he's gotten pretty fast. He's quick. Kelly says, by the way, holy cow about that $20 Carbon X's you got,
Right?
or $22, like
Right?
crazy. You know.
she
Jim
just
Jamison
told you
at-
they were $22. She paid full price.
Oh no, I saw the receipt. No.
I'd never pay full price for those. That's just like, I feel like if I show up in those shoes though on Saturday, people are gonna have expectations, and I mean I'm going from like 10-minute miles to like maybe 940s. I mean let's be honest here.
Jim Jamison's asked if replace my shoes. Do you replace shoes around 500 miles
Ooh.
as recommended?
I never made it that far.
No. With Hoka's, the furthest I've gotten in a pair, I'm in trail shoes, I've gotten around close to 400 or higher. I've still got shoes that are around that I wear still. But in road shoes, depending on the Hoka, my Rincons, it's basically a pure EVA outsole. There are some rubberized portions, but they wear very quickly. So the highest I got out of those was 440 miles, and that was pushing it. I've got a pair right now around 300 that looks worse than the 440 pair, in the same areas that they're worn, but it's just rubbed off more. I don't know why. So with the Hokas, I think if you get 500 on a pair of Hokas, it's got to be trails. If it's road, you're probably in that 350 to 400, more likely, I think.
I get rid of. I run Brooks almost exclusively on road, and I ditch them after 3. Well, I still wear them after 350, but just for around the yard or like a quick 1 mile or something like that. But everything I read, any shoe starts breaking down 350, 400. You're kind of
Oh yeah, that foam is just not designed to go long like that. It compresses.
I get even less
Especially-
than you because of the way my foot pattern. If you have like a weird foot strike or you're heavy on one side, then it's gonna wear out even quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, my heel, I heel scrape as I come through, so that gets worn down pretty bad for me too. That's why I get rid of them.
Yeah. That used to be my outer heel used to wear, but then the last 2 years, now it's like, it's weird. It's shifted to where the forefoot and the midfoot wear excessively, and there's hardly anywhere on the heel.
Right.
Which I'm still hitting my heel some, so I don't know why. I don't know. It's just different wear pattern, I guess. But yeah, Labe also commented that it's hard to get a trail shoe to last until 500 miles. Yeah, I think the highest trail shoe I have right now is like, it's right at 400, and I think that's the Hoka Speed Goat. I've gotten good wear out of my Hoka trail shoes. The uppers have held together well. I've got a couple of holes from like a stick puncture, running, and it literally is stabbed right through the shoe and made my foot bleed. But sorry, I'm looking at my daughter. She's sitting up in her bed. But yeah, so it's I don't know. I know like Ultras are notoriously bad for having the uppers blow out at like 200, 250 miles.
Yep. You know.
Yeah, we just bought her a pair of Ultras, by the way, that were on clearance, so we'll find out about those. But yeah, I don't know. I know Brooks seem to last they're like tanks of shoes. I mean, they last forever, it seems like.
Oh,
You were
I always
Solomon,
figure
right?
shoes. What's that?
You have Solomon for trail, right?
I run a lot of things in trail. I have a pair of Solomon. I have a pair of New Balance. I got the Ultras now. I got some Brooks, the Cascadia. I don't even know what they are. I move around. The ultras I've been running in the last couple times I've gone trail running. I really like them. I bought those the Olympus 4s, and
Yeah.
they are comfy to me, and really cushioned. It's a real soft soled shoe. So
Have
Yeah.
you run? Have you run in any of the Hokas or no?
not trails. I have a pair of the Rincons, and they rub my. They're so my. I don't have a wide forefoot, whatever you want to call it, but it rubs the edge of my foot just wrong. So I
Like the pinky or where?
big toe right along from the
Okay.
like the big toe right down to to the ball on the side to the ball of my foot side, and it's so it runs me pretty good. But so I need to try some other ones because I do like the way they feel. I just don't like the way they. I mean, I'll blister up if I wear them too much. The longest I can run in those is 3 miles without, and then my foot's kind of tender for a couple of days from the rubbing. So.
Oh wow.
But I always figure I retire my shoes probably earlier than most people. A, because I don't mind buying a new pair of shoes.
Yeah.
But B, I've had enough issues with my knees when I was younger and stuff that I'm not going to chance wearing an older pair of shoes. So
Yeah. I think for me it's like I wear road shoes pretty much until I start to get knee pain or like or like a leg, foot pain. I'll start to feel like this just doesn't feel good anymore, and I'll retire the shoe. Or actually, I'll rotate that to like a daily walking shoe.
It was funny you said I ran in I've got a pair of the Brooks. I run Adrenalines, Brook Adrenalines mostly. I rode, and I had a pair of 20s today that I was running, and they're I've got 21s now too. But I went out, and I could feel that it felt like I was hitting concrete hard, with my heel or just the whole foot really. And I'm like, okay, today's the last run on these things. So they got retired. They got put in the bag to go to the donation thing for the, next time I go buy a new pair of shoes. So,
Gary Robbins.
So Labe, or say Rato has commented about his Hoka Torrent 2's outsole showing no wear, but has some compression. Yeah, the Torrent 2, like that's what wears on me is like the outsole itself has been fine. A little bit of wear, but nothing much. But it's I can feel the foam is compressed and it just doesn't feel great underfoot anymore. But that's the Torrent 2s for me. I really don't expect to get more than about 350 to 400 miles tops out of those personally for me, because it starts getting too uncomfortable. Long, I can still wear them for a 6 to 8, 10 mile run, but if I want to take them on a 20 plus mile run, I'm not going to do that. Yeah.
Run free with the I ran in Nike waffle trainers. That's hilarious.
So old high school Nike waffle. I don't even know what those are.
They're originals, man. Come on.
I'm gonna have to look that up. The Nike waffle traders. They would repair the outsole with liquid rubber and run 1,000 miles. Holy cow!
It never wore down. Those things they were also hard as rocks.
Oh man.
They're in the Smithsonian.
They're in the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they're the original. That's his original shoe.
Wow. There it is. That doesn't even look like that much of a drop shoe. Pretty wow. $120 to buy a pair of them right now on eBay.
Yeah.
$650 for the 1970s ones.
Wow. That's ridiculous. Man. So Labe comments about the Ultras that it's true that they blow out. His Topo mountain racers are up to 455 miles. Wow.
1,500.
That's I've got a pair of the Topo Terra Ventures, and I used to like them okay, but now I cannot stand the shoe. The heel cup on it, the way it fits my heel, it just aggravates the crap out of me. She has a pair of Topo Ultra Ventures for trail.
Yes.
And she liked those a lot.
The pinky, the side came out.
Oh yeah, but the shoe blew out on the upper. Mm-hmm. And then she uses some Topos for road too that she really likes. The Flylight, right? Flylight 3s.
Ooh, yeah,
she likes those a lot.
The Topos?
Yeah, Topo.
How cushioned are they?
Not.
Well, the Flylights are okay, aren't they? No?
They're a minimalist shoe.
That's what I thought.
The road ones are definitely minimalist shoe. The Ultra Ventures are their most cushion. I think there's one more that might be a little bit more cushion, but they're the most cushion. And I still, after like 15 miles on trail, I'm just done with them. There's no rock plate. That's why I was looking into the Ultra, because I was wondering about the Olympus, what the stack height was, because I tried the Speed Goats and I busted it several times because it was too tall. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to find the perfect balance of cushion and stability, and I feel like the Ultra probably has that because the base of the sole. The sole of the shoe is like wider.
I probably only have 30 plus miles because I've only done like 3 different runs in those things so far. But I mean, so far they feel great. So
You don't feel like you're up too high with the cushion?
no, but I run in Brooks and those are pretty high stack.
Yeah, they're like an
Amazing.
8 to 12 millimeter drop for most Brooks, I think.
Yeah, they're. I mean, you're skiing downhill in those things. So
How are your calves then? Because the ultras are zero
I got
drop.
I got chicken legs. No, I mean my cat.
As far
I've
as
been
like
trying
your
to run.
Achilles or anything.
Like, do you feel
Any
tight
Yeah.
anywhere from it?
No, because I ever since I still have it by Achilles tendonitis in my left foot. Not as bad as it was. I stretch so much on my calves and my Achilles. I mean, I'm not a stretcher. Quite frankly, I never used to stretch at all. But the one thing I do is, I mean, I got a slant board I get on, and I really stretch that out.
And
So
yeah, I like slant boards. We don't have one, but I use something similar. I just do it on a wobble board. It doesn't go up as high, but
yeah.
I need to get a slant board.
I mean, I do it. You could do it on your curb. Well, you guys don't have a curb, but you could do it on a curb out front. I mean, you can.
Yeah, let me go to my curve out there.
I mean, actually, I go on my slant board here before I go out, and then as when I'm waiting for the GPS kick in, when I walk outside, I go to the curb and stand on that again just to stretch it one more time. It's
Nice.
just, you know.
Right, Rato says Steve Prompton ran Nike waffle trainers. It's what started
Yeah.
Nike with Bowerman.
That's right.
Oh wow.
They're good enough
Well-
for They're good enough for you. Come on.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not a Nike fan, but running fan. I am a running fan. So yeah, I know a little bit of ultra running history, but not as much as I should at this point. I do need to brush up a little bit.
Ultra runners back in the day were
No, they're crazy.
they're like, I'm just gonna take a water bottle and go out for a 30 miler.
in their like old.
And with some
I don't even know what the shoe was called, but it was like it looked like an Adidas or something, but
and some gym
or
shorts.
some Nikes with some of those, yeah, knee high cotton socks and cotton shirts and everything back in the day. Doesn't have to be expensive.
I never ran in Nikes either. I've never, I mean, as a kid probably, you know what I mean? But I've never went out since I've started, running 10 years ago. 10 years ago? Yeah, 10 years. I've never owned a pair of Nikes in any of my mix. I've had a lot of different, from Mizuno's to Brooks to Saucony to you name it. I probably tried it, but I've never gone back to Nike.
The most recent pair of Nikes I had were the ones that my buddy sent me, the
yeah.
Terra Kiger 6. It was a shoe that felt like it could be a fast trail shoe. It just did not. I don't know if it was the volume in the toe box was so narrow that the toes were just constantly rubbing the top of it, and it was just annoying. It was just super annoying after like 3-4 miles. I did not like it, so I actually ended up sending it back. Didn't even.
So was it catching the front of the shoe kind of?
Kind of. It was just if I was going uphill, it was like my toes were always in the toe box. Like not like the shoe was too small, but it was like the upper. It was hitting the top part of the upper.
Yeah. I got a pair of New Balances that I have. They're like that. I think they're 880s, and I've bought them. I wore them, and I've never worn them since because they probably have 10 miles on them. Anybody need a pair of 11 and a half New Balance? They're free if you come to Florida. Because I won't wear them. You know what I mean, I'll wear them to cut the grass one of these days if I ever run out of shoes. But since I have about 10 pair of running shoes, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
I have a question for Labe. I saw his comment.
Okay, good.
So, Labe, if you like the topos for your shorter distance runs, what do you like for long distance? I'm kind of on the hunt for a good 100-mile shoe, and the Speed Goats just aren't going to be it.
I've heard good things recently. I was watching a video from, I think it was Move More Now, James Nielsen's channel. He did a review where he actually wore one Hoka Speed Goat 4 on his left foot, and then his right foot he had the Ultra Timp. I think it was the 2.5, whatever the newest Timp is.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
So he was comparing the two.
It doesn't.
It was unique. I've never seen anybody do that before in a review, so he could actually literally like in real time tell you what he's feeling in each shoe. And it sounds from what he was saying, because the Timp is a higher stack height shoe, kind of similar to a Speed Goat, but it felt much more stable. It didn't feel like you were going to roll an ankle in it.
I could see doing that as a test for like a couple of miles, but I wouldn't do that for any long distance. That's a good way
I wouldn't either, no.
You hurt your knee, your hip. That's how you screw things up.
Yeah, I would just do it in like a field, just testing it for a video, but I wouldn't take them out on actually running distance.
Yeah,
that would be some people would end up with injury for sure.
Especially me. I'm old. Remember?
Or I'd roll another ankle because that's me.
Yeah. I'm old and you have bad ankles.
Exactly. Just wait till I get old, then I'll have everything busted up, man. I'm old. I feel old already. Look at all this gray in my beard, man. Just getting
I got
almost
a
as
little-
much as you. I got as much gray as you almost.
I had a lot more yesterday. That guy trimmed it up today when he got in my hair too. So
Yeah.
We
By
have
the way-
4 children. He has 2.
yeah, sweet hat by
That
the
we
way,
know of. No.
that I know of.
Yeah. No. Just kidding, Carmen. No.
She may watch later. I don't know. She's out. She's out drinking with her. I mean, I'm sorry. She's at book club.
Yeah. Can we talk about that for a minute? So, getting totally off topic from running, but my wife and her friends, or one of her friends, started a book club.
Oh yeah.
This was last year, and
I haven't read a book yet.
Oh no, they had
I did.
they had
I read
one
one
book.
of them.
They had
Dr.
one book,
Seuss
There's-
does not count.
but all of their book club meetings were just happened to be at the brewery, and you know, it was they didn't even talk about the book. They just drink and whatever.
No.
So I was like, all right, you know what? We need to start a book club. I need to go have a book club. I'm not going to read a book, but I'm going to go drink beer at a bar.
Carmen doesn't even she doesn't even read them now. I mean, she listens to them, right? So she walks
Yeah.
around the house with her headphones in, supposedly listening to her book. I think she just has a noise canceling on so she can't hear me. And
I would.
And I would too. I mean, she's no dummy. It's been a long time. She's learned. But she walks around the house, you know, and can't hear me. And then she goes to these things. And I mean, God knows when she'll be home tonight. I'll be long asleep, most likely, you know. Now, Val, do you guys play Bunko there at all? Does anybody play Bunko?
I have played Bunko once in my life, and
Yeah,
it
I
was your
think I've played
family's
it.
house.
I think I played it maybe once or twice.
No, we just cluck, as Steven likes to say.
Cluck,
Cluck,
like
like a
chickens
hen.
clucking. Yeah,
Cluck,
hens
like-
clucking.
Because Bunko is another fake thing. You know, it's Drunko, not Bunko, right? You know, and
That's where
it's
you
like-
the dice thing where you like throw
Yeah,
it
they
down
go
the
out-
table.
she comes home. Someone's got to drive her home, right? You know, what I mean, it's like that's a great.
But
hat.
you don't even make up excuses though. You
No,
just
I'd go drinking.
Nice hat there, William.
I thought you'd like it. I got it out for you, so we
Yeah.
so we can be twinsies.
So William's actually the one that made these hats for our monotonous event last year, the one in the summer. He had it made and brought them up to surprise my wife and everybody. It was pretty cool. So
we got super awesome plans for the medals.
I told him, I didn't tell him what the plan was. I didn't want to give it away yet.
Oh, I'm
So
not going
I told him
to.
we got to figure out if we can do it, but that it was something incredibly unique that I don't think has ever been done before.
Sort of, but not in the way we're doing it.
So then no.
No.
Labe answered your question, by the way. He says
Yeah.
Ultra Olympus for long stuff. That's there were several people wearing Ultra Olympus at the No Business 100, and I know of 3 people that had them on that all got blisters under the ball of their foot this year. So
What socks do you wear with them then?
no, but do you have the Olympus? You said right?
Yeah, yeah. Do they? I mean, and I my feet feel great after I'm done running in them. So
Yeah. I don't know if
no,
it's just
I
like
mean,
a
I haven't
longevity
I haven't gone real long. I think 12 was the longest one I ran. The longest run I ran in them. I'm not, you know, I don't do the big, you know, just people know I don't do the huge distances. I'm not crazy like the rest of you people that do ultras.
I don't
Yet.
do the huge distances either until
October 1st.
Well, the hell, I mean, the longest I've ever ran distance was up with you
Was that
guys
up at our
last
house?
time. Yeah, not at the monotonous when I did like
You did
19
like
miles that day.
Yeah, so you did like 18, 19, 20 miles.
Wow, so this is a big deal for you this weekend. Like big
Yeah.
miles.
Right.
Hey, it's Fitness Frank. What's up, man? He's
Oh.
gonna keep us pumped. All of us buff biscuits.
This video is-
Yeah. If you guys, I haven't seen many videos from you in a while, Frank. You got to put something out, man. Or maybe I haven't seen it. If so, I apologize. But he's got some funny, trippy videos out there that are pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a good enough back catalog. You can have a good time watching it if you want.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Get a beer and sit down and watch his videos.
I strongly recommend having a drink watching his videos.
Yeah, they're funny. I like them, man.
Great.
It's good stuff. I can't imagine the editing that goes in behind those too. It's got to be pretty time consuming.
Agreed.
Back is killing me.
Oh, sorry.
It's my shirt.
Oh yeah, it says
Look at my shirt.
world's okayest runner. It's not true. She's a good runner. She's a good runner.
Might get that massage gun out later. It's gonna be real funny Saturday night hearing us at the house because we all have massage guns.
What do you
Oh,
say?
Like,
yeah.
zzz.
Yeah, we'll have like 5 massage guns going at least. There you go.
I just charged it up, so it'll be ready to go for tomorrow.
Yeah, we did the same thing.
I charged up my watch too today. You know, I thought, do I need to take my watch charger?
No.
If you have a Goros.
I didn't charge my watch in, I think it was 16 days, and I still had like 40%.
I don't know. I'm getting my battery. I'm not getting life as like I used to. I'm only
Really?
getting about 16, 17 days of battery life, which I mean,
That's
which obviously
terrible.
is fantastic. But I mean, but he just went, almost 3 weeks, you said, right? And had 40% left. I'm down to nothing. So
Wow.
Are
it's
you
just,
are you
but
letting it go
I,
down all the way before you charge it?
down under 10%. Yeah.
Yeah. I usually take mine off around 20, 15, 20 and charge it. But I haven't noticed any battery
I'll be
issues,
honest.
but
If I can get 15 days, I went from an Apple Watch that you charged after like 2 hours
I know, right?
to
Yeah.
and that wasn't using GPS. I mean, just having a watch on your wrist. I went from that to this. So I'm not complaining. So
Yeah. Although I have seen some people in the Koros groups, for anybody out there that might have a Koros, that mentioned after one of the recent updates, they did notice their watches batteries seem to die quicker. But I think they're.
You were reading my message. Then that was me.
Oh, was it? It might have been.
Well, I was one of the people. Yeah, there's been a couple of us having that problem.
But I think there was a fix for that, wasn't there? I think it was like a, I don't know, not like a full reset, but there was some sort of fix, I think. I don't know. But,
Listen, I said if I get 2 weeks out of it, I don't care. I mean, that's more than enough time. 2 to 3 weeks.
yeah, oh, for sure, So Saturday night after the race, by the way, people. So I'm taking the GoPro. Like I said, I'm gonna film a lot of the stuff, but we'll probably have some funny videos because Lee is bringing his Oculus, his virtual reality. Not the karaoke.
I thought you were bringing the karaoke.
No,
thank God.
You don't have to listen to us sing.
You people do not want to see that, anyways. Trust me.
But the dancing though, like this Oculus thing, he's got Beat Saber, which is like you use like lightsabers to do it. It's cool, but and there's also this dancing you can get into that's kind of funny. So I'm sure there will be some funny videos coming out in the near future. It's a lot of fun, especially once you have a couple of beers. It's pretty fun.
Or vodka.
Oh, there's Brian Young says love the hat. Yeah, Brian was at the Monotonous. He did. Gosh, I can't remember how many miles he did. He did quite a few. He was out there running a lot. He did a lot of miles. Yeah, he got one of these cool hats. These are limited edition. Only like 12 hats out there, something like that. Not many.
I had 15 made.
15.
So, and the wife stole one, so there's only 14 in circulation.
Got to put one back and save it in case you need to sell it one day on eBay when it's worth a lot.
Are you kidding me? She has never worn it. I'll take it when this one goes bad. I'll just take that one.
There you go. That one gets too dirty. Yeah.
Yep. It's too smelly. Whatever.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I'm trying to think if anything else for the race this weekend.
Did we talk about Williams packing?
Huh?
What is William packing?
I don't know. What you packing, William? What you bringing?
Some shoes.
Some shoes.
What else? What else you need? Right? Shoes and.
Well, you could be a barefoot runner. You could do barefoot.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, you and I talked yesterday a little bit. Other than the standard, like some chairs and stuff like that, stuff to stay warm, because obviously that's I'm a little concerned in the morning after that first loop.
Yeah.
Being out there waiting. After the first loop, I think we'll be fine because by 10 o'clock it's going to be in the 40s.
I am bringing my heater, and Lee did pick up another one today, so we'll have 2 heaters to put in the tent.
Food wise, I mean, for actual during the race, actually I got to talk to Owen what he wants. I guess as soon as this is over, I got to go talk to him because I haven't even discussed that with him. But I'm a big Lunchables guy for just kind of, or not Lunchables. I mean, Uncrustables. The peanut butter jelly.
Oh, I was gonna say Lunchables. That didn't sound good at all.
I can see a Lunchable being good.
Ham and cheese.
No,
maybe not for vegan, but yeah, Uncrustables. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have a box of those, and I'll probably eat mostly those. A couple other things, just small things we'll bring along. So
really, the only thing I'm bringing for food is I've got gels that I made, and then we've got hash brown patties, and I like to put those in a skillet, heat them up, and then put avocado on it to get some fats with it. It's really good. So I'll have that, and then I'm just gonna hit the aid station up honestly because they'll have peanut butter and jelly, and I think they will have like bananas too, and that's really all I want. I think.
It's only 30 miles. I mean, you don't need to. It's not like you're doing your 50-mile or your 100-miler. You don't need to eat that much food.
But honestly, though, this is 9 hours of running versus a 5-hour 50K.
Correct.
So it's going to be, we'll be there for lunch and close to dinner time after the last loop. I think it starts at 5 o'clock. So, yeah, I mean, we've got some like ramen noodly type
noodles.
thing that we're gonna
Yeah.
bring as well. Maybe eat something like that. Heat up some water on the cook stove and do that. But
We'll share the hash browns if you're really nice to us.
a couple of them.
Just a few.
Can I be nice to you for a whole day?
I know that's the hard part.
Get out of my tent.
Go in the cold, William.
I'm going to be nice until it gets warm. I can assure you
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that.
Well, there's DeGoss Films. What's going on, man? Or welcome back. Or I can't talk right now. Glad to have you here.
I won't tell William what the house codes are.
Oh yeah, the house code for our. So we're
I believe I know what the house code is.
well. Apparently that's not right. What I told you
Oh.
last night. Apparently it's something different. That she's gonna get text apparently tomorrow afternoon. But so the house we're staying in is like completely decorated for Clemson because we're staying in Clemson. So if anybody doesn't know what Clemson, that's a football team, college football, the Clemson Tigers.
They were the ACC champions.
They were the
They were the
the national
holdings.
champions
Yeah, yeah.
a
So
couple
everybody
of
should know who
times.
they are.
But yeah, they're completely decorated like Clemson. And she's a South Carolina Gamecock. William, you're a Florida State fan. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. And I like Tennessee, even though they're a horrible football program. And
Also South Carolina.
and I also like South Carolina. So it'll be fun. We got to keep William from vandalizing the house.
I'm not going to. I am thinking about bringing something from the Seminoles and just leaving it behind. Nothing.
That would be funny.
Like I'm not going to stick anything on the walls, but maybe
No.
like a static sticker or something somewhere in the house. But not anywhere they'll find it right away either.
Put it like under the bed.
Just
Yeah.
wait until some like drunk college kids rent the place and they'll just get all like ticked off.
Oh, then they'll trash the place.
They'll trash the place.
I'll leave a speaker behind just to play the war chant. So
we'll play Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
so.
But it should be a good time. I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's going to be good to get away and see some friends and run and hopefully just have fun. Have a good weekend, Party a little bit Saturday night,
Yeah,
Be fun.
I'm always looking forward to getting drunk. So
How old is he now?
turned 18 last weekend, so he's
Oh.
not legal drinking, but he is an adult now. So
In South Carolina, I just want to point this out. You may not want to know this. In South Carolina, it is completely legal for a parent to give their underage child a drink.
well,
Where'd you hear that?
I'm very well aware of the laws in South Carolina.
What? She lived there for a while, so I would believe her, but that just seems odd. But
No, it's true. It's
It's not like he's never drank
Yeah.
in his life. I mean, we were in Mexico a couple of years ago, and he's like, "Can I have a drink?" I'm like, "What? Yeah, sure. What do I?" I mean, by then I was out. And,
yeah.
God,
Oh, yeah.
hope he doesn't watch this, but by then I was already out drinking with my friends. So no.
I know, like when I was in England, you can drink over there if you're pretty
Yeah.
much, you can see over the bar, you can drink basically.
Right.
So,
I grew up at a different time too. By the time I was early '80s. I just missed when they changed the laws from 18 to 21. I just missed getting grandfathered in, like in Wisconsin. And my friends who were a year older than me could drink in Wisconsin because they got grandfathered in. And it's like so we go up there. They go buy the beer, and we just go out then. So
Oh, yeah.
So
I think I had my first beer when I was 14. Yeah, it was my sister. My sister did it. We went to Myrtle Beach
Nice.
for
Your
a
mom could be
trip.
watching this
Oh,
right now.
my mom knows the story. I think my sister was like 17, and she went with her good friend who was 17, and I was 14, and
Who bought this?
an older guy that they were staying with. So it's like, yeah. So my sister like tried to be all responsible. Katie, if you're out there, no, she was trying to be all responsible. You can have 3 beers. It's like 3 beers. That's it. So let's just say I was not the one that threw up all over the window.
that time.
Yeah, that time.
That's
No.
it.
But yeah, it was good memories. Yeah. Oh, but all right. Well, we've been going here for about an hour. Actually, I didn't tell Val. I accidentally started the live stream early, like 2 minutes early. I was trying to start the stream to the YouTube service, but I had it set to auto start. So when I hit the start button, it was like live, and I was like, oh, hold on. It was kind of funny, but thank you guys for coming by. Thanks, William, for
You bet. No problem.
talking with us. It was fun.
Anytime.
And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a safe trip with Owen, and
Yeah.
we'll all hang out. Thank you.
You bringing me something from Costco?
I already bought it. It's sitting on the
Costco.
counter. Just hope I don't forget it.
Oh, what is he bringing you?
In Florida, they sell liquor at Costco. And he
Oh,
told me it was good, so he said he was going to bring me some.
Costco has 2 different types of vodka they sell. One is just like regular old vodka, and one's it's They call it their French version. So, and they're both good and they're both
Is it
cheap.
Joe Dirt vodka? They French it up?
No,
buy some
people buy it
cider.
all the time. I can assure you someone else on this chat buys Costco vodka. No, I don't buy a lot of it. I just
We've seen your liquor cabinet.
yeah.
Yeah.
We drink a lot more Tito's around this household. But I got you a big old bottle. So
what is it, flavored or what?
no, it's just plain vodka.
Just plain vodka.
I gotta buy
Yeah.
some apple cider.
Yeah, bring whatever you want to
okay.
mix with it. I'll be bringing club soda
Oh, there you go.
or ice.
Or
Or ice. We'll probably have ice at the cabinet, I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just some ice.
ice does
Like
just
it.
fine with vodka for those
just
who
because
don't
choose to bring
know.
ice to drink it, not mixing it with anything.
Yeah. I like a, what is it? Shoot, I can't remember now. Gin. Gin and tonic.
I love gin.
And,
I
like
love.
lime, yeah.
The only problem with gin,
Did you see the way
I
his
stopped-
eyes rolled back in his head? Oh, I love gin. He's like,
well, I used to drink gin and tonics and vodka tonics, and then I found out how many calories are in tonics or in tonic compared to club soda. There's none in club soda. So I went to soda instead of tonic, and I do miss my gin and tonics. Maybe I'll have one now.
I don't know if I've really ever tried it with soda. I've always had tonic. So yeah.
Well, I won't drink gin with soda. That would be nasty. But vodka soda is good. So
Yeah.
do I have one right now? No, I can't
No.
have one.
Is that what's
Better
in the
run.
Florida State Cup there? Yeah.
No, I did not drink tonight.
Yeah, this is
I
not
haven't
water.
drank-
No, just kidding.
I haven't drank in a week. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's usually let's see, if I have a race on Saturday, I usually cut alcohol out no later than Wednesday, but usually like Tuesday will be the last night I have a drink, just to make sure it's out of my system, and I drink a lot of water.
yep, that's all water I'm drinking tonight. But yeah, so I know I won't go have a gin and tonic, but maybe I'll bring some gin if you enjoy some gin. I can bring some up with me. So
You know what? That's one thing that really sucks. Water is when you have a race that's far away and you got to drive, but you got to stay hydrated, or you're flying there. It's like you want to drink a lot of water, but at the same time, you don't want to stop every 30 minutes to pee, or get up and go pee in the airplane all the time. So it's,
Yep.
Yeah, it's got to walk that fine line, hydration
Yeah.
and urination.
I'm driving. I'll pull over on the side of the road and pee, so it doesn't matter.
Just get one of those pee caddies and just go while you're driving.
Yeah, Owen would really like that. Hey, turn your eyes, son.
Just hold up a sheet or something. Tape
Yeah.
it to the window.
That'd be another proud moment for him. So-
Yeah, I know, right? Oh man, so all right, Rato, thank you, Rato, Brian, thank you guys, Kelly, Fitness Frank, Labe, Jim, Kiara, gosh, everybody that came by, Adrian and Nico. Thank you guys all for coming by, Platts for hanging out. If anybody else that I didn't call out, I'm sorry if I missed your name. But thanks, it was fun. Hope you guys had a good time tonight. Hear about our race. Look forward to seeing the race footage and the post-race footage.
Yes, and look for me at DAL. That'll be where I'll be finishing. So
DAL?
dead ass last.
Oh, okay. Like I've heard of DFL.
Yeah, I've not heard DAL.
Dead ass last. That's me. Guaranteed.
Nah, you'll do good. We'll
I'm
make
gonna
it.
I'm gonna trip Valen as you head out. That way I don't have to worry about it.
All right, man. Well,
All right,
you have a
you
good
guys
night,
take-
William. You guys have a
guys
good
take
night.
care.
Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll talk to you later.